Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Wednesday, February 24th, 2016. I'm Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. With the successful geothermal project, Nevis will be leading the march toward a fossil-free global initiative. So notes Editor-in-Chief Dr. Eleanor Gali, who recently sat down with Nevis's Deputy Premier and Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Mark Brantley, and Bruce Cutright, CEO of Thermal Energy Partners and Principal, Nevis Renewable Energy Incorporated, NREI, to review the new geothermal thrust that will turn Nevis into the greenest place on Earth. Geothermal energy, intense heat deep within the Earth, is more efficient than diesel fuel power generation and does not emit greenhouse gases into the air. Brantley conceived the idea of going geothermal in early 2000, Garley tells readers in her piece for tourismexecutives.com, adding that a combustible mix of politics and global economics made the project less than viable. Finally, in 2013, a request for proposals for geothermal development was approved for distribution, and with the assistance of Deloitte Consulting and funding through the U.S. Department of State's Power Sector Program, the project was on a positive path. Brantley, Garley writes, is optimistic and envisions Nevis with electric cars and public transportation, as well as geothermal for housing, hotels, schools, and other private and public buildings. 7 volcanic centers, as well as active hot springs and large geothermal reservoirs, have been identified on Nevis. In addition to geography, it is estimated that geothermal projects will open a $1 billion industry thanks to the opportunity to export electricity to neighboring St. Kitts and as distant a locale as Puerto Rico. In order to transition from fossil fuel to geothermal energy, the first phase of the project will supply 9 megawatts of power to meet the immediate needs of Nevis, as well as the capacity to export 40 to 50 megawatts of additional energy to other islands within a 50-mile range. The target date for the switch is late 2017. By 2018, it is anticipated that Nevis will be the greenest island anywhere. Garley adds that NREI has pledged to hire, train, and employ Nevisians in site development, planning, construction, and operations wherever possible. A public archaeology dig is scheduled to begin shortly here on Nevis. Communications Officer Sheila James has the details in the Ministry of Tourism's news in 60 seconds.
Ever want to try your hand at digging for artefacts? Well, now is the time at the first ever Nevis Public Archaeology Dig at New River to be held on Monday, March 28th to Friday, April 1st, 2016, led by former resident and industrial archaeologist David Rollinson. The week-long project will be held daily from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Volunteer archaeologists will participate in excavation, artefact conservation and site recording during this week-long project. A former Nevis resident, David now lives in Canada and will be returning to St. Kitts and Nevis to work on several research projects. Volunteer archaeologists should come prepared to work in sunny conditions and should wear hats, sunscreen, sunglasses, bring water, lunch and snacks for the day. Tools will be supplied. Extra water and restrooms will be available at the visitor centre at the site. Any artefacts recovered will become the property of NHCS to be used in historic displays at the visitor centre. Interested participants should call the NHCS to register at 469-5786. Some transportation will be available if needed to the site for volunteers.
Communications Officer in the Ministry of Tourism, Sheila James. The Nevis Tourism Authority has added a Sussex-based sales agency, Clare Marketing International, to its team in the United Kingdom. Clare Marketing's role will be to provide an on-the-ground sales force to complement the awareness-driving activity that is currently being undertaken in the United Kingdom. The Clare Marketing sales team will communicate directly with the travel trade. Under this remit, Clare Marketing will be promoting the island of Nevis to UK-based travel agents and tour operators and will be working to grow sales, leading to increased hotel room nights on the island. Nevis has experienced significantly increased awareness and growth in the United Kingdom with visitor numbers to the island over the past 2 years, and this further investment in a UK sales team is aimed at driving increased visitor numbers. Greg Phillip, Chief Executive Officer of the Nevis Tourism Authority, is thrilled to be working with Clear Marketing. He says the NTA has made great progress in the United Kingdom with the help of Sponge Marketing, but with the added help of Clear Marketing targeting the travel trade, the NTA will be able to increase awareness of the island of Nevis to the trade and simultaneously grow the number of UK holiday makers to our island. A contingent of representatives of the Nevis Literary and Debating Society departed the Vance W. Amory International Airport today to participate in the 44th hosting of the Leeward Islands Debating Competition to be held in St. Martin. The competition brings together 6 formers to debate issues germane to the region. The delegation from Nevis includes staff sponsor Shavane Williams and the 6-member debating team comprised of Neela Jones, Gabriella Brantley, Nicole Zakers-Barry, Cheslin Maloney, Shaquem Paris, and Kajal Smithen. Nevis will come up against St. Martin on Friday.
The moot that we will be debating is the illegal drug trade has undermined the legitimacy and effectiveness of Caribbean governments. Once we have conquered that debate, on Saturday, February 27th, our debate would be the Caribbean is not doing enough to combat child abuse. Once we have won that debate, on Sunday 28th, we will be debating the moot, the marginalization of men has led to the breakdown of the Caribbean society.
22 supporters and 3 chaperones will join the team on Friday. The 44th Leeward Islands Debating Competition, which is scheduled to begin tomorrow, Thursday, February 25th, and conclude on Sunday, February 28th, will see Nevis competing in a field of 6 territories, including Antigua, Montserrat, British Virgin Islands, St. Kitts, St. Martin, and last year's winners, Anguilla. Interested persons can log on to www.leewardislandsdebating.com to view the competition via live stream. Still to come, St. Kitts and Nevis represented at Impact Justice Media Law Workshop. The details after this break.
Welcome to Nevis.
It's easy to believe that all Caribbean islands are the same until you visit Nevis.
Nevis is the Caribbean of a bygone era.
You will enjoy a most intimate vacation on Nevis. You're only a stranger here once.
We offer exclusive and barefoot luxury stays.
With only 400 hotel rooms, our island may be exclusive.
But the warm, genuine and friendly welcome is just everywhere.
We look forward to meeting you.
Visit nevisisland.com.
Gala WhatsApp and I send text. Me see the SMS. Me have to show.
Send me a pic of yourself. One of you know where.
I have too much self-respect to send you a pic of you know where.
If you really love me, you will do it.
If you really love me, you wouldn't ask.
You matter to your family, to your friends, to your community, to you. Remember, you matter.
This message was brought to you by the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, and the Nevis Health Promotion Unit.
Hi, I am Candy Freeman, the chair for the Senior Pageant Committee. I am here to invite applicants for the staging of the 2016 Nevis Cultural, the Caribbean's greatest summer life. We're looking participants to enter the Mr. Cool competition, the Miss Swimwear competition, and the Miss Culture pageant. In addition, we will be having development sessions such as public speaking, etiquette lessons, and a modeling skill, with endless fun to help build your self-esteem. Ladies and gentlemen, apply today.
Application forms for all 3 shows are available at the Nevis Culturama Secretariat in the Cotton Ginnery Mall, open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on weekdays. Forms are also available for download at culturamanevis.com. Completed forms must be submitted to the Nevis Culturama Secretariat by March 31st, 2016.
We are looking forward to working with you.
Welcome back. Nivision journalist J.D. Keynes is one of 68 media professionals participating in a 2-day Impact Justice Media Law Workshop in Barbados, sponsored by the Government of Canada with assistance from the University of the West Indies Mona campus. The workshop seeks to use media professionals to enhance access to justice for the benefit of women, men, youth, and businesses in CARICOM member states. Keynes, who was once employed with the Department of Information, gave an overview of the workshop.
This workshop deals with media law and coming up with ideas on how the media can use its role to help educate and inform the public on justice-related issues. Now, over the 2 days, we have heard presentations by some reputable names in the industry, including Julius Gittens, an independent media and communications specialist in Barbados, Judy Raymond, who is a former editor-in-chief of Trinidad Guardian newspaper, and Barry Randall, who is the managing editor at Caribbean News Now. Presentation and discussion topics have ranged from defamation in the context of media law and parliamentary and government reporting to reporting on family matters and gender issues. So it has been an educationally stimulating exercise.
Keynes also spoke of some of the potential benefits of attending the workshop.
As someone who has been working within the media for several years, I have come to realize that it may be to one's own detriment to evade an opportunity to dialogue with other media professionals. We live in a world of scarce financial resources, so having a reliable media contact in another island or country who can assist you with an important news story, for example, is far more practical than having someone travel to get one story. So it's all about networking, educating, and promoting.
Other attendees from St. Kitts and Nevis are Lakeisha Hewlett, Via Galloway, and Kenneth Williams. According to Professor Velma Newton, who is the Regional Project Director, Improved Access to Justice in the Caribbean, Impact Justice, is a 5-year regional justice sector reform project. It is designed to address deficiencies in the justice sector in CARICOM, outside of those that are directly related to the judiciary and the courts. Louis Elliott of Pond Hill, Gingerland, celebrated his 95th birthday on Friday, February 19th, at his home in the presence of his family and friends. During the ceremony, chaired by son of the celebrant, Edson Elliott, Junior Minister of Social Development, the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, noted that she is impressed with the way in which Elliott maintains himself.
But I believe that throughout the years you would have gained much wisdom. And so, once again, we would like to thank you for the contributions that you have made, and we wish you a happy 95th birthday, and we expect to be back here every year for the next 5 years and beyond. We're going to take it 1 year at a time, and so we expect to be back here next year and the year after that until we would have reached up to the big year. So on behalf of the Ministry of Social Development, on behalf of the Department of Social Services, the Seniors Division, we would like to present to you a fruit basket as a token of our appreciation for what you would have done in your community over the years.
The 95-year-old celebrant, Louis Elliott, gave inspiring words to those present.
Thank you all very much. All right. Now and then is relished by the wisest man. We cannot always be angry. Let us be peaceful and be joyful one towards another, and God will do the rest. Thank you.
Granddaughter of the celebrant, Kerries Elliott, recited a poem she and her mother, daughter-in-law Avril Elliott, wrote for the celebrant.
He welcomes his visitors, young and old, for there is always a story to be told. And at the end of each visit, he'll say, I know you did not come to stay, so you will have to leave so that you may come another day. He is excellent in any discussion, be it crime, politics, or a combination. For when he can't get his point across to you, a Bible verse or a lengthy story will surely do. Well, whenever you're here, you have time, sit down. You can definitely abandon your trip into Charlestown. A remarkable wise man I have found him to be. His memory and wit I wish he'd bequeath to me.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Opa. Happy birthday to you.
And that brings us to the end of tonight's edition of the Nevis Newscast. I'm Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing. Good night.